The topic for Open Heaven Devotional March 6, 2026 is When There Is Light Too. Memory verse, John 8 verse 12. Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Bible reading, Mark 5 verse 2 to 20. 2. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit. 3. Who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains. 4. Because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces, neither could any man tame him. 5. And always, night and day, he was in the mountains, and in the tombs, crying, and cutting himself with stones. 6. But when he saw Jesus afar off, he ran and worshipped him. 7. And cried with a loud voice, and said, What have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of the Most High God? I adjure thee by God, that thou torment me not. 8. For he said unto him, Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. 9. And he asked him, What is thy name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many. 10. And he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. 11. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding. 12. And all the devils besought him, saying, Send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. 13. And forthwith Jesus gave them leave. And the unclean spirits went out, and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000 winky faced and were choked in the sea. 14. And they that fed the swine fled, and told it in the city, and in the country. And they went out to see what it was that was done. 15. And they come to Jesus, and see him that was possessed with the devil, and had the legion, sitting, and clothed, and in his right mind. And they were afraid. 16. And they that saw it told them how it befell to him that was possessed with the devil, and also concerning the swine. 17. And they began to pray him to depart out of their coast. 18. And when he was come into the ship, he that had been possessed with the devil prayed him that he might be with him. 19. Howbeit Jesus suffered him not, but said unto him, Go home to thy friends, and tell them how great things the Lord had done for thee, and hath had compassion on thee. 20. And he departed, and began to publish in Decapolis how great things Jesus had done for him, and all men did marvel. Message for today. Light is powerful, it affects everything it touches. When light appears, darkness cannot remain. In the same way, when the light of God shines upon a person's life, every form of darkness must disappear. Jesus Christ declared in the scriptures that he is the light of the world. Anyone who follows him will not walk in darkness but will have the light of life. This means that an encounter with Jesus brings transformation. In today's Bible reading, we see the story of a man who lived among the tombs and was possessed by many demons. His life was filled with pain, isolation, and suffering. People could not control him, and he lived in constant torment. However, everything changed the moment he encountered Jesus. With just one command, Jesus drove out the demons that had been tormenting him. The man who once lived in darkness was now sitting calmly, clothed, and in his right mind. This shows the power of God's light. When Jesus steps into a situation, bondage is broken and lives are restored. No matter how terrible a situation may seem, the light of Christ can bring deliverance and a new beginning. Sometimes people may label others based on their past problems or struggles. But when the light of God shines on a life, the story changes completely. What once brought shame can become a testimony. Beloved, Jesus still changes lives today. When his light shines in your life, sickness, bondage, confusion, and despair cannot remain. He brings healing, freedom, and restoration. Reflection. Has the light of Jesus transformed every area of your life? Bible in 1 year. Joshua 5-7. Hymn 25, The Great Physician Now is Near. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe.